Hey there and welcome back to my channel. I am back at the little fishing bay at Fazayat Beach. I was here 2 days ago at the end of a bit of a walk along the beaches and I really enjoyed this spot and I thought I gotta come back here. Now normally I would come out early in the morning, but then I realized that I would be facing directly east with all of my shots and that just isn't gonna work. So I had to wait till later in the afternoon, which unfortunately is the most unpleasant time of the day to be outside right now. So this is the bit of shade I'm probably gonna get for the entire time I'm here. So I'm pretty happy. I got the UV shirt on and I've got a roll of the Ilford FP4 in the Nikon F3. I wanna have some flexibility with my apertures. I'm thinking I'm not going for landscapes and seascapes, so shooting at 14 and 16 is not what I'm really looking for. I'm hoping to be able to get a little bit more, or a little bit less, let's say, depth of field. So hopefully the 125 speed will give me just a little bit more space for be creative. I don't really want to have scope. I kind of want to get into the sort of the ordinary and see if I can make that a little bit more extraordinary. We'll see how that works out. It is super UV, it is pretty intense, so I'm gonna try and get this done as quickly as possible, but not rushed. I don't need to shoot the whole roll, of course, that's not what I intend to do. Just want to sort of see what there is and just make something interesting today. So I'm going to be outside in this heat suffering. I might as well suffer with some joy. So with that said, let's get to it. feeling pretty good about the 26 shots that I took at the fishing boats in that nice little bay. I decided to walk across to get to the other side, and I have a welcome breeze and a bit more of a scene. Now, I don't need to shoot the roll, so I'm not going to really force myself to take some shots that maybe I don't really enjoy that much, or I don't think is going to be impactful. I will take a moment and I will walk around this area and see if there's something that sort of stands out. I can get down to the lower areas to shoot really close to the water level, and maybe that will offer a bit more of an interest. But I won't spend a whole lot of time going about it, because really I didn't come out here today to look at the seascapes again. I really wanted to focus on the fishing boats and just kind of enjoy, again, the process and just being out with the camera and having some fun. So hopefully it all works out well, the photos come out nicely, and everyone's happy. With that said, I'm gonna take a bit of walk around and maybe I'll get some shots. If I do, I'll be sure to share those with you. It's a really interesting area, and I'm really glad that I came out here today in an afternoon. This windward side has been quite lovely. I got to admit, it's much more refreshing to be over here than it was to be on the other side in the bay with the fishing boats. It's an interesting coastal space, but really nothing dramatic in terms of the photography. So I did take a couple shots down there on the super sharp death rocks. Maybe they'll come out interesting. I don't know. We'll see. Whatever. I was here, take the shots, see what happens, learn something maybe in the end. This fishing boat behind me has been hanging out in this bay area. I keep on hoping to get closer and closer and closer. Maybe I can get a shot, but just a bit too much distance for the 50mm. I'll be back, I think, at some point, so maybe I'll get it another time. I think it's time to wrap it up. It's been just over an hour, and it is a beautiful afternoon, but again, it is pretty intense. So I'm feeling it again, and I'm ready to get back in the car and head back home. Really interested to see how these negatives came out. It's not really an environment or a process that I'm used to. It's kind of in a realm of slightly uncomfortable. So I'm really interested to see how I reflect on the images and sort of what first impressions do I get about my work. Am I or is it like, wow, okay, that's not so bad? I'm really kind of on the fence right now until I see the negatives and see how it came out. It is a wonderful little spot, and depending on how the negatives come out, it will determine if I come back again to retry, or if I come back again with an idea of what works and what I'd like to replicate. So with that said, again, I greatly appreciate your time. Thanks again for watching. Take care, and I'll see you next time.